Hello everybody, this is Kevin Ragnarok coming to you with our second installment of Zombie Apocalyptic Weapons. I've been meaning to get to this for quite a while, but I haven't really been able to find a weapon that I felt really qualified for the video. But then again, it's supposed to be for zombie apocalypse, on the go, you know, so we're going to just do some messing around here, see if we can figure something out that might work. With me today, I'm going to have 3 different items. The first one I'm going to show you is going to be the knife. Basic knife, right? So here is the knife in question. My survival knife has all kinds of cool stuff on it. Got a saw that actually works, a blade that's sharp, has matches, storm-resistant matches in the handle here. So it's a really nice knife. Now, here's the problem with the knife. So, let's come over here to our little testing board. This is our testing board. This is what it looks like. It's not the most impressive thing. We're gonna stand it up a little bit though and do some tests here. So, let's go ahead and turn the camera sideways. So let's see right here. If I just try and hack down with this survival knife, that's about how far in it went with an average hit. Now I'm going to try and doing kind of a power hit right next to that, so let's see if it goes any further. So my power hit went about the same distance down, a little bit, actually just a tiny bit less. And the reason for that is because as I hit it, my power hit has less control, and it hit the tip, so the tip just kind of slid through. So hitting too hard with a knife is actually not going to get you any better results than hitting it with an average hit, and you're going to wear yourself out a lot quicker. Now we come to the other one, a stab. So I'm going to stab this board in this kind of general area, right? And let's see how much damage it does if we can get up close and stab it. So, not that much damage, right? And this is a piece of plywood, so yes, it's not. It's a little bit harder than flesh, for instance, especially rotten flesh if you're going after zombies. So now, there's a couple of problems with this. The knife isn't that powerful, first of all. Second of all, you have to get really close to use the knife. So how might we decide to fix that problem? Well, first thing I thought of was maybe make a spear, right? Okay, so what I did here is I took and I spent a little bit of time with my survival knife to craft a spear tip. It's a bit muddy right now, that's okay. But I didn't completely sharpen the tip to try and make it a little bit stronger than nothing. And this is a nice piece of wood. It's rounded already, makes a good handhold. And on the other end we have some screws. So we're gonna go ahead and try a couple of different things here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down over here and angle you guys. Hopefully you can see me just fine. And so first thing we're going to do is take this spear tip and we're going to try and stab the board. And then we're going to take the screw side and whack the board. And then we're going to just use the broad side of the stick to see which one is the most effective. So let's get to it. Okay, so here's a stab. I'm going to go with the overhand stab straight into it. So, and I will show you guys that mark here in a second. Now we're going to try the screw side, and I'm going to go with a smacking down motion. So, now we're going to try the broadside, and I'm going to go along the side of I'm going to go along the top of the board next to where the knife was hit. So kind of get a baseball stance for this one. I'm gonna hold it with the screw side on top, so in case I do miss, I might be able to graze them with the screws. That's a long shot, but this is the side I chose. So, okay. So now let's see the damage that we've dealt. So, as you can see, this little indent here is where the spear tip hit. Previously, it hit right here. So that's 2 uses, and it's almost done for. These screws, this was the first shot earlier off camera. It did some damage. This is the second shot. Almost no damage. And that's because they're weak. The tip of the spear is weak, and the screws are weak. Now let's see what the broadside does. So this is where the knife went in. That's the broadside. That's the most effective when using this spear-like weapon. Unless you harden the tip of the spear to make it consistently impale, then broadside of the spear is going to do the most damage. Now, the problem with the broadside is kind of the same with power swinging with the knife. It wears you out quickly, and there's kind of a shock that will get you a little bit. Now, if you don't by chance have wood, we might have a PVC pipe. So, a couple of problems with the PVC pipe. First of all, it's hollow, but that makes it lightweight and easy to hold. Second of all, you can't really make it into a tip, and if you do, it's going to be kind of a funnel tip. So I'm not going to bother with that because my knife can't really handle that, or at least I don't want to try. So you can't really stab with it like this. Well, let's see what happens if we try and hit with it. See how much it might work. Right next to the other hole here. So that's how much damage it does. It's nowhere near as strong as wood. And so we don't really want to use PVC. If you see PVC, it might be good to poke at things and give you a slight advantage, but I wouldn't advise using it. Now, our third and final weapon is going to be the hammer. This is a framing hammer, and we're going to see what we can do with this end and with this end. It's a little rusted because I left it out last night, and that gives it a little more of a zombie apocalypse feel, I feel. So, first shot, we're going to go against the wood. Second shot, we're going to try and aim here, and then we're going to do one more with the backside and see what kind of damage is dealt. So I'm going to go ahead and come back over here and set you guys down for one more moment, and let's see if we can do anything. So this will give you a little bit more reach than the knife, but you still have to get pretty close in. So unless you're willing to get close, don't pick up the hammer. So let's hit it. Okay, so now we're going to go for the top. See if we can do damage up here. And now we're going to go for the backside. Okay. So, with the blunt end, we got a little hole here. Let's see. Can't quite pop it through with my thumb, and I didn't swing it too hard as to conserve energy, and as we saw, swinging too hard doesn't really guarantee anything better. Then this is with hitting up top. So if we back up a little bit, the hammer is almost just as powerful as the blunt end of the spear. And now this is with the back side. We have one problem with this though. Now we have to wiggle it out. And so it's not the most effective if you have a hoard, but it basically went all the way through. So yeah, this is going to conclude episode 2 of the zombie apocalyptic weapons. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe and tune in next time for zombie apocalypse weapons number 3. I will be trying to get back to you more often than this last video. You guys have a wonderful night. This is Kevin Ragnarok. Goodbye.